Hello YouTube, hope everyone's okay. It's Tabby, Glossop Gardening Services here, and before we go to the job, first things first, I need to go and get some breakfast. Yeah, it's quite funny really. Every week we do the food shop and I'm walking around like I'm gonna eat so healthy this week, and I'll get yogurt, like Greek yogurt, fruit, granola, and I'm like, I'll have that for breakfast. For dinner, I'll just make some sandwiches. I'm going to be really healthy. Monday morning rolls by, I get up, I open the fridge, I'm just like, it's like someone on my shoulder going, treat yourself to a sausage and bacon sandwich. So that's where we're going. Going getting sausage and bacon sandwich, and then we will go to the lockup and load up for the day. So yeah, a bit about the job today. I quoted this one about a month ago. I think they went away for a week, so there's a little bit of a delay. But yeah, we're going to that today. I don't remember everything. I remember most of the job though. It's a bit of like a tidy up chipping job. The customer, it's basically one of their properties that they rent out. And the previous tenants, I think they was in there about 14 years. And they didn't do anything with the garden really. They just let it grow, and I think they cut the grass, but like the shrubs and the bushes or whatever's around the perimeter, they just let it go wild. I mean, it is what it is. Some people enjoy gardening, some people don't. It's just one of them. You either like it or you don't. So yeah, that's the job. He just wants the shrubs and stuff around the perimeter, he wants it pushing back, so cutting back to the edge of the lawn, because it's overhanging the lawn, and then the top, he wants it all just cutting down to fence level. So yeah, first we'll get to the sandwich shop, get myself some breakfast, and then I will meet you at the lockup and we will load up for the day. Hi guys, so we're just loading up sausage and bacon butterwas, by the way. I'll put a picture of that. Hey, one thing you could let me know in the comments, if you eat sausage and bacon butties, what sauce of choice is for you? Is it just your standard ketchup and brown sauce, or nothing? To be fair, sometimes I'll have ketchup, but most of the time I'll actually have no sauce at all, which might be a bit weird to some, but yeah, what do you have? Or do you have something really strange like a mayo? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, we're just loading up. We've got one chipper, the HS82RC. That's the 30-inch bar. KM131R blower. A few attachments, hedge cutter attachment, pruner, extension if needed. Ramps for the chipper because I'm not Hulk and I don't just launch it in the van. Ladders and sprayer. Don't know if I'm going to need that, but I always just pop it in anyway. But yeah, that's everything I'm going to take, and I will see you at the job. So we are at the job. This is the alley or the side of the house that I need to get the chipper down. I think I might be able to sort of go straight into this corner and then reverse down this way. If it's too long, we'll have to take the hopper off. Down here, onto the decking, probably down that way, because I don't think I'll get that turn. No. Anyway, the job. This is the garden. And what we are doing is, we want that tidying up as best as possible. This, what I believe, well, it looks to be a cherry tree. He wants that taken out, possibly, but I haven't quoted for that, so we'll take a look at that later on. All this is what I was saying, where he wants it cutting back to probably going to go to about here. So all this is going to come off right down. And height wise, we are working off the height of this ivy. So if we stand on the decking, I think it's to keep as much privacy as possible. This is the bigger tree. Another cherry it looks like, that we're not touching. Just some of the lower limbs that might be a bit low. Same with these. Maybe just whip a couple of the lower limbs off. Yeah, I'll get stuff in. Get cracking. So we're gonna get started. You can kind of see the line of the lawn. That's a rough line that I'm going to follow. So all this is coming back. This currant bush. Let's lay. Let's see. It's kind of, well, I guess it's just following the light to try and get out, but I'm probably going to cut this right back because it's overhanging too much. This willow, I'm guessing there's a big stump under this ivy. Oh, tree trunk, yeah. So yeah, there's a large trunk still in here. Can't see it that well. See the base of it though. I'll probably just go around that as best as possible, but I'll trim all this growth off and cut this back. But yeah, down here, these are a little bit thick for the hedge cutters. Might get through it eventually, but it'll just take time hacking away and the cuts won't be very neat. Yeah, so we'll just use the Kebtek KT940s for them. So we get a bit further along and then we'll get the hedge cutters out. Yeah, let's try them on these so you can see. Oh, don't like that. Maybe half do it. And then go again. There we go. Yeah, these are good. It's probably pushing it a little bit there, but see just how good they are. And I'm probably going to lay these that way. And once the waste is in a line, we'll get the chipper down here. We'll just move along and it's getting chipped back onto the borders. Yeah, let's get cracking. That's what we're using, HS82 RC. This is the 30-inch bar. Right, so I've been going about 2 hours, and this is just to show you where I'm up to. Like we said, we was aiming for this line. I've brought it slightly above because he said he wanted to keep privacy, but I've explained I've brought it up a little bit and he's happy with that. He's perfectly fine with that. So we're a touch lower here, a little bit higher across. Same again this side. I'm holding the camera quite high, but if you come down a bit you lose them top windows a little bit. You still got that one, but the one you can see the full window, it's a frosted window anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Here's all the waste that I've taken off. A lot more this end. Yeah, we're going to get chipping back onto the borders, and then, so just so we're on the same page, this job is just taking this back to the lawn line and bringing the top down. That's it. I'm not doing anything else in the garden. There's no tidying up of beds, anything like that. They just wanted the stuff doing that they couldn't do, and then I think they're going to sort the garden themselves because they're refurbishing all the inside and then they're going to rent it out. So yeah, we're not quite done yet. I'm keen to know what other people have charged for this. Maybe don't drop it in the comments yet, but once I'm finished I'll let you know how long it's took me and stuff like that, and then yeah, it'd be good to compare a few prices with other gardeners or the like. And whilst we was working, there was one of those neighbour popped their head over and said, "Oh, we all know them. We all know them ones. Whilst you're here," I was like, "Go on. Can you just chip this for me?" So yeah, we're gonna, once we're finished, we'll go around into the garden. It's nice and easy. Just come down here, we're just chipping it into that corner. Yeah, little easy job for after I finish this one. Whilst you're here, oh. Whilst we're chipping as well, I'm going to be going along, well, I'm going to be using these Kebtek just to chop anything up that's a bit too big for the chipper. If you are interested in these, I'll leave a link in the description for anyone who wants to buy them. I will get a little commission on that, so it's up to you whether you go through the link or whether you don't. I still recommend them. They are great for stuff like this. Right, we're getting there. Everything's been chipped with the exception of these logs, which I'm going to take away. Still need to do some blowing. I'm just going to bag that up and take it away just in case there's any stones in it. But we're getting there. Yeah, like I said, this job was only taking these shrubs, all this overgrown shrubbery and stuff like that, taking it back to the lawn, to the edge, and then bringing the height down whilst keeping some privacy. That is it. That's it, we're done. I'm stood up. If you're going to be on the deck, you're probably going to be sat down, so it's going to be more like here. That window that you can see is a frosted window, so don't worry too much about that. But yeah, what do you think? I mean, it's not the prettiest, but that row of mishmash shrubs and all sorts, it's just got out of control. It's going to be impossible to get it looking a bit ornamental again, but that's what it is. So that was one of those jobs that there was just a target, and that was to bring the height down and take the side back. The customer knew it wasn't going to be pretty. I knew it wasn't going to be pretty. But yeah, it's one of them. We've hit the target. We've done what the customer wanted. I say we, it's only me. But yeah, I'm not going to say what I charged for that job. Not that it's a big secret. But what I'm going to do, if you tell me what you would have priced it at, and what I will do is I won't like any comments. I'll reply to comments, but I'll like the ones that are closest to my quote, if that makes sense. And then you can see whether you're sort of in my ballpark, or I'm not saying my quote's right, but I've quoted what I wanted for the job without taking the mick. So it's taken me, I got there at 9 o'clock, it's now 1 o'clock, so 4 hours. I've got to take my stuff back to the lockup, and then I need to nip back, but there's a bit of waste that I said I'd take away at the front. I just can't be bothered chipping it there and then taking it away. I'm just going to chuck it all in an empty van, take it to my lockup, chip it, get rid of it. So let's say it's probably going to take me about an extra half an hour, 45 minutes. So let's round it up to 5 hours. That job's taken me 5 hours. We've used the little chipper, not a mega expensive chipper. There is more expensive chippers out there, but for the amount I use it, and the cost, and the fact it's been reliable, it's served me well. That chipper was about, I got a bit of an offer on it, so I paid about 800 quid. So we've used the chipper, the long reach with the attachments, there's about £1,000. My hedge cutters, 600 quid, the blower, 300 quid. So we're getting on to nearly £3,000 in tools for my stuff anyway. But yeah, I'm interested to see what other fellow gardeners and stuff like that, or if you're not even self-employed and you just want to stab a guess at how much you charge, and go for it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, it wasn't one of them ones where it was like a really pretty finish, but we don't always get them jobs. Is what it is. But yeah, if you like the video, like, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I hope you all have a good week. Catch you on the next one.